What's happening, people? We are live on YouTube, but still waiting a little bit. We are going to be starting in about 14 minutes for the camp charts. But I do want to share that I did enter the long on Doge in my Discord. And one thing that you see here on Doge is that RSI on the 5-minute was oversold. So I'm going to add that note right here, oversold. We were oversold in that RSI on the 5 minutes for Doge. This is what Bitcoin looks like up here. I'm going to add it on the charts here as well. Just take a nice picture. Hope you guys are ready for the lesson today for some new people or people that wanted to learn more about the chart patterns and trading. It's going to be a very quick stream for some of the people out there, and it's going to be recorded for some of the people to take notes. But the first thing I see on this 5 minutes, the relative strength index indicator shows that Doge was oversold in this 5 minutes. And even though we had the right shoulder from the head and shoulders pattern, and head and shoulders is a very bearish pattern with the prediction that Doge would drop at least to 0.12297, I think we're going to invalidate that head and shoulders. We're under the moving average. If we go back to moving average, this trade will be in the profit anyways. Currently trades already in the profit by a little bit. Let me check this real quick. So is anybody else in a Dogecoin long today or waiting for a good entry for a Dogecoin long? We're here live before the class. If you have any questions here for charts or things you want to learn, put it in chat now. I may go over some of those things specifically, but I have a list of things that I want to go over today. Most we're going to go over the platform trading view. We're going to go over some of the chart indicators on trading view that I like to use. And I'm also going to go over some that I don't use, but other people like to use them as well. And then we're going to go into chart patterns. And TradingView built this nice AI chart patterns that kind of turn into trading strategy. We're going to dive deeper into RSI, MACD, how the RSI works in a bull market versus the bear market, and the MACD as well. Perhaps some of you will be able to develop your own trading strategy just on this first day, but probably on the second and third day, you will already start building some trading strategies that will work for your style. Different people, different styles. I've said before, the breakout trader goes broke if that's the only strategy, because they get killed from stop losses or liquidations. The people that see rewarded the most get in near bottoms. So one thing I'm going to teach you today is how to recognize some of those local bottoms and long-term bottoms for stocks and crypto. Unfortunately, for many stocks, you won't see some of their bottoms again in your lifetime because we printed too much money. But there's still some newer stocks or stocks that's been around that have some local bottoms now. We're just going to have mass inflation in the future. So it's good to learn how to do some trading early on. We have about 9 minutes, letting more people come in here. 9 minutes until we start the camp charts day 1. And when we start the day 1, you will know. So wait another 9 minutes. Anybody have any questions? Write it in the chat. Anything you think will help new people, write it in the chat. Yeah, so that's a good idea, Jets Nation. How to determine best entry and how to strategize a stop loss. Sometimes your best entry can get stopped out from a very tight stop loss and you lose the trade and the price goes up parabolic. And that's always a tough one. One thing that I kind of specialize in is catching really good entries. Mostly Doge. Most of my profits come from trading Doge. Don't check the total crypto too much, YouTube, because there's some crypto that are included in that total that I don't trade, period, or trade very little. But the big coins like Ethereum and Bitcoin, when they're moving, if they have direct pairs related to altcoins, which Ethereum has a lot of direct pairs to altcoins, and then Bitcoin has a few pairs, specifically with USDT, USDC, depending on what exchanges. They have a Doge Bitcoin pair. Doge and SHIB have a pair together. So they're kind of correlated. When we go through liquidations on the upside or downside, it moves fast. If Bitcoin's bleeding, even though an altcoin could be bullish, there are moments in time where that altcoin starts to bleed even for like a few minutes. Welcome to the chat this evening, Johnny. Thank you. Currently, I did a long on Doge, but I think Bitcoin might try to fake out some traders here. We had a good push up from the green block earlier. This green block that I drew went up about 1.79%. We saw the red candles coming down earlier. I heard some of you guys. But this is what the RSI on the 5-minute looks like. So we recovered from this area here. The RSI was oversold. I waited until that local double bottom. So we had that local double bottom, and then that's where the green block appeared. Wasn't completely oversold, but double bottom from this area. So that's how the price was able to accumulate. People were buying. I had a feeling that some people with big bags would start buying in that area. So we have roughly about 6 minutes remaining until we start. I'll trade SHIB sometimes, Johnny boy, but not a lot. I don't even think I traded Shiba Inu this year one time. This year I didn't trade a lot of coins, honestly. I probably should have, but I didn't trade a lot of coins this year. But today, we're going to go deeper into TradingView for the first lesson. I'm trying to figure out this YouTube. It says 1 hour remaining. I hope that doesn't automatically cut off the stream after 1 hour. That would suck. I got to fix this before we even start. There it goes. Enable auto stop. We don't have auto stop. Let me fix this real quick as well. There's about 17 people that did sign up for this. There were 17 people that signed up, and I did send them emails as well with the links. They put their MetaMask address, so I do some free crypto to those guys to do a DeFi lesson, they'll be prepared. That's not going to be today, but another day. Just because it's rough to get into DeFi on the first day. At least want to look at some charts first. You're welcome, George. Yes, and this will help you kind of develop a trading strategy. I want to work with some of the people that are doing this to make sure they have a trading strategy that's solid. If I see flaws in your trading strategy or vice versa, I can communicate that. We have 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining. I think Doge is gonna surprise people later this month. We're in July. Lots of good things could happen for Doge. We have 2 minutes remaining until I start. 2 minutes remaining until we start this. It's going to be a good class. Hope that it helps some of you guys. Some of you guys also like to gamble and over leverage your whole bag sometimes, and you get liquidated for thousands of dollars. Hopefully you can put an end to that kind of behavior. But some people gamble. Can't take away gambling from people. Personally, I don't go to casinos. I don't gamble. I'm going to go over here and get this going. 1 minute. 1 minute remaining. All right, camp charts, tametheark day 1, July 1st. We are going to be here starting this stream. And I hope that many of you guys that are joining us are able to learn something new today. Here we go, going forward. What's up, Snook? So, my name's tametheark. I'm here to help you learn more about TradingView, charts, trading. I'm going to throw a link to TradingView in the chat if you're not familiar with TradingView. We use TradingView for our indicators, for our charting. Sometimes you can have alerts on there too. So let's dive into it. This is what we see here in TradingView. You go to the website originally. This is what TradingView looks like. When you first use this website, you might not know what's happening. So I'm going to explain what I use. When I first look at this site, you can go through some trade ideas. You can make your own ideas. Pine scripts are what people use to make their trading indicators. You can look at through this platform, get an idea. So what I like to do, I like to go through some trade ideas, just read what some of the top people are saying sometimes. You can learn a little bit from their charts. I'm going to go over this Tesla one because it's interesting. Most of these have a play button, but I like to read it before I hit that play button. So basically this person is going over some fundamentals like the robo-taxi. They think that Tesla is going to make a large directional move, probably on the upside. And they also mentioned the Optimus robot, which is going to be pretty cool. So here we go. This trade idea is basically they saw that Tesla had 3 big drops recovered, and they think that it's breaking this downtrend. So they already drew their trend line down here, and when you play this out, they think that we're going to break the downtrend again to break on the upside. So it's a far away from this downtrend, the larger time frame, but the shorter time frame here on the weekly. Weekly, we're still in the downtrend. If you look at this chart pattern as well, you might notice something. Let's pause it here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5, maybe 6 points of contact for this trend line. I think that if it had more points of contact, it would be better. So let me show you what a good downtrend looks like. Let's go up here to the top of TradingView. Go to Products. When you click the Products button and go to Super Charts, this is the charting that you're going to use. We're going to type NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a stock. I like to go to the stocks sometimes. And let's put NVIDIA on the weekly, because generally the weekly is like the most broad time frame after the monthly that traders use. Some stocks don't have a good monthly, so we're going to go over this weekly. And you can see all these buttons and stuff up here. I'm going to full screen, but you'll still see all these buttons on the side for TradingView. And one thing, you might see the price is small. How do I make this price bigger? You go to Settings, click on Symbol, and then when you click on Symbol up here, it has a lot of numbers on the right. We're just going to do 1, 2, 3. Let's do 5 decimal for the prices. Get rid of some of those extra zeros. Oh, nope. Let's do maybe 2 decimals, because for stocks 2 decimals is plenty enough if they're already above $100. Even above $10 is good. I have the wrong layout at the top here. I have to go to the Ethers layout. This is what I'm using. By the way, at the top, you can save your layouts. You can make copies. You can export your chart data. But let's go back to the NVIDIA chart. And let me show you this. So the current price of NVIDIA is $124. Well, they had a stock split recently. You had one stock, you get 10 shares now. If you want to add text on your chart, you click the text button on the left side. You can do regular text. You can add a note. You can do callouts. A callout's good for an area like this. On the weekly. For the weekly, you can do callouts as well. Say that if you think it's going to be a top, you say, and you can add a callout to your chart. But let me teach you one thing about NVIDIA, because I have a thesis that NVIDIA is topping out from the technical analysis side. What indicator am I going to use on my chart to show me that? Go up here to the drop down, click indicators, and type relative strength index. Or for some people, it might be RSI. This one's in my favorites. Screenshot it, save it, relative strength index. Now, this is already on my chart. You just click the indicator, it adds to your chart. Let's take off all the indicators right now except for volume and the relative strength index. This is what the RSI looks like right here. The relative strength index determines how overbought or oversold a stock is. And currently top side means overbought, bottom side's oversold. For my indicator for stocks, it's supposed to be 14, but I'm a crypto trader predominantly, so I put my length at 6. And for the style, I always like my RSI line to be orange, the color of Bitcoin. And for the background, I keep it at purple. Precision is at 8 as well. But let me explain something about this RSI on the weekly. Because generally for stocks, I use the RSI on the weekly. We see areas like this, October, oversold. So let's add a call out here. Oversold. This would have probably been a good buy. And then up here, June 5th, overbought. This is really first big overbought since that oversold area, by the way. And then this is the second time overbought and third. So I'm going to draw a line here. This is 3 overbought areas. And it's not just overbought, it's significantly. These are 3 significantly overbought areas for NVIDIA. So you don't have to sell the first one, but generally the second and third people start selling. So when we look at March to now, let's just look at the price of NVIDIA as that RSI was there. Let's make the MACD go down. So we see the RSI was completely overbought. Let's delete that. Look at the price here. We're going to mark it for you. That one time right here, the price was completely overbought. And then it got oversold halfway. Halfway is fine because it's still in a bull market for stocks like NVIDIA. So the halfway oversold was a decent re-entry. Oversold, take profit. Overbought, take profit. So people started taking profits right here. It doesn't look like a big drop, but let me teach you another cool thing about TradingView. They have this tool over here on the left side called Measure. Well, you can add the magnet to stick your measuring device to the candles. So click your magnet on the left side. Then click your Measure tool. And if you want to measure up here at the top of these candles, we can even do the second candle because this is almost like a double top. We measure that top all the way to the bottom, and that was over 21% move. That's a big 21% move. So the traders that did take profit on this completely overbought area with the RSI and then re-entered when it got halfway to the oversold range, they were able to pocket money. So when the price comes back up to that same area, they earned 27% more money. And if they wait for that RSI to get overbought again, 93 to 94, before they take profits, let's see how that turns out for them. RSI completely overbought again, starts curving down. If you wait for the RSI to go all the way up and then start curving down, you would have got out on this week of June 17th. And that'd be about $128 per share. So from the RSI oversold coming back up, if they wait for it to come back up, candle at $76 per share, which was about $760 before the split, and they sold it up here, that's 67%. And that's just off of one indicator for relative strength index. But NVIDIA, when you look at NVIDIA is very bullish. They make very good products. I use NVIDIA products in my computers for streaming, gaming. They have these nice 4090 cards. This is like the best video gaming card that a retail customer can use. And even the price tag, $1,949 for this one. They also have other variants of the NVIDIA graphics cards. They have the cheaper ones. They have the 4080 Super that came out. Historically, they had 1080 Ti's. But we see NVIDIA did really well on the fundamental side from the artificial intelligence boom and the crypto mining that people did years ago. And that helped pump the stock. But when we're just looking at these technicals and looking at the trading view, we still notice that relative strength index does play a good role and can help with your trading strategy. So I challenge you, if you're new here and you're going to this crypto camp, make sure you add relative strength index to your chart. This will be one indicator that you can add to your trading strategy. Don't only trade on relative strength index. We're going to add more indicators that will help you. But this is one indicator that can either help you take profits or accumulate. And if we look at NVIDIA back here, at other areas where the RSI was coming down and curving back up, the price was still at a relatively good entries, like this $42. This would have been a good buy zone based off of the relative strength index recovering on the weekly from October. So I had a YouTube question about breakout. Let's take off the magnet while I'm drawing these blocks. And I'm going to show you why I think this would have been the best entry. If you missed it anywhere back here, if you didn't get NVIDIA 2023 or before, this was your second best entry up here. Because this was hinting that we were going to do a breakout trade. So we're going to combine relative strength index with our candles. And some of you guys may not know what candle I'm using. If you go to the indicators up here, well, beside indicators at the left, they're going to see this candle button. Trying to get it glowing for you. Click the candle button on top and use Hikanashi. This is like my favorite candle pattern to use for charts. I'll take a moment for you to screenshot this, but Hikanashi. But let me show you the candle pattern with the RSI right here in this zone. Let's just zoom in right here. You see it was oversold. Not completely oversold, but it was oversold, and we knew NVIDIA is bullish. We knew that they are an innovative company and they have cash. But this is the area they started recovering from being oversold. Let's put a call out here. Area where recover from oversold. So this is that area right here on this dip. You cannot have got it right here at 40 because you didn't know if it was recovering yet. But when the RSI starts curving back up after recovery, like this, trading view, you can do a brush up here. You can draw. In this area right here, when it dipped down and start curving back up, you kind of knew the price was going to go up. And that correlates to this candle's right here. And let's zoom in on this candle to see why it was breaking out. Well, look at this. 3 candles. So this was 3 candles with flat green bottoms. 3 candles, flat green bottoms. When you have the flat green bottom, it shows the buy pressure. This shows really good buy pressure and shows the bullish momentum. We're gonna zoom in the charts a little bit closer on this because there is a chart pattern called 3 white soldiers. This isn't exactly 3 white soldiers but it's similar. I'm gonna show you the 3 white shoulders chart pattern, and this is from live from trading. So I'm going to copy the image. We're going to zoom it in here as well for some of you guys. Click on the chart. Zoom right here. So when you stretch it out, boom, yes, it does look like the 3 white candles. Sorry, 3 white soldiers for the candles. But look over here. So we combine this pattern with the RSI recovering, and you might say that this is going to be a good buy right here. Either this week, or this week. So let me highlight the 3 soldiers as well. And I'm going to make this white. I don't really need a background. But if you look at this area right here, boom, that's a very bullish pattern. So you combine a bullish chart pattern with the bullish RSI recovery, and you get a good entry. And these candles take 1 week to appear. So this period was really 21 good days for NVIDIA. Because you also have the very big indecisive candle right before that. And this would be a good entry if you miss out on very lows of NVIDIA. So when you go a little bit deeper on here, you get this huge indecisive candle just before the 3 white soldiers pattern. And when you get the indecisive candle, it did create that area where the RSI was recovering. So when a trader is looking at this, the early traders, it depends on your style. Do you want to be early? or do you want more confirmation? Write this down on a piece of paper somewhere. Write it down. If you're one of the people that joined this class, specifically with the email, or if you plan on doing more of these, write this down. So when you email me part of your trading strategies, I can help you a little bit more. But I'm going to draw where your entry would have been based off of your trader. So right here, on this bounce back up, the early trader entered at 42.62. If you were waiting on confirmation, you waited for the retest at about $45. So confirmation based, I'm going to say confirm based. Let's make a new word here while we're on stream. Confirm based trader entered at 45. So it depends on what type of trader you are. If you are a confirm based trader, you entered at 45. Early trader, you entered earlier because you were taking the more risk. So let's add that into here. Less risky trade. And this is going to be a more risky trade. Risk to reward ratio though. But let's take a look at this. Where did each of those traders decide to get out? Well, the confirmation-based trader and the risky-based trader, we're going to look at the charts here. RSI, if they want to make it till the RSI maxes out at around 96 and above, we go up here to the RSI. We're not looking at the price. We don't know the price. There was news that the NVIDIA stock split was coming out. I'm going to add that to the chart as well. But the NVIDIA stock split 10-1 is probably what both traders were going to wait for to come out and then see where the price goes before they took profits. I'll throw that article in the news as well for you guys. I'll throw it up there in charts. You go up here. This was the big event that retail traders were waiting for with NVIDIA, the 10-1 stock split. And they had really good keynotes. The CEO, phenomenal keynotes. NVIDIA is producing world-class servers for GPUs. And they plan on getting warehouses for their customers with over 1 million graphic cards inside the warehouse. They have the technology ready. But the 10-1 stock split is what most traders were waiting for. So if you already own one NVIDIA share, you receive 9 additional shares, resulting in 10 shares, which is why the price is not $1,000 anymore. It's like in the $100 range. But if you were either trader, risk-based or confirm-based, you waited until after the 10-1 stock split. Well, it's up here, the 10-1 stock split. And if you look at the exact date, this was on June 10th. So it says Monday, around June 10th. And we look at the weekly chart around June 10th right here. So let's add that keynote to the chart here, because both of the traders, they didn't care about the technicals yet. They were waiting on the fundamental. So 10-1 stock split. You always have to check the news, whether you're trading crypto or stocks, because sometimes just relying on technical analysis, you will not get the best exit on your trade. You'll close your trade early. But if they took one more trade before that, like if they wanted to earn more money and and incur capital gains for short term, they probably would have taken profits up here. But here's the thing. Both traders know that if they took profits here and bought back here and then sold it here, that would have taken less than 1 year. This trade and this trade both would have been short-term capital gains taxed rather than long-term, and that's a tough one. Some people don't want to pay those higher tax rates, and they have to analyze if they're going to make more money. For some traders, depending on if their trades are in a trust or the type of accounts they have, they're not going to do this short-term trade one time. But for regular retail traders like us, our money's liquid. We're going to pay our taxes at the end of the year, beginning of the year, with profits. We'll take all trades. So we're gonna analyze two areas. We know that they were not going to get scared out right here before the split because historically Nvidia does very good stock split. Both traders would not have sold here because historically Nvidia performs well after stock splits. I do have some typos here, probably historical Nvidia. And if you look at our side, like that was a good bouncing area. So this helped them keep in the uptrend as well. Let's go over here though. After the news came out though. After the news came out, the 10-to-1 stock split, all of these candles right here are fair game. This is the sell zone right here. This is the sell zone for the long-term holders of Nvidia. Just from the technical and after this news came out, because they know that there's probably could be a dip. So let's go through and see which areas that the confirmed base trader would have sold. So the confirmed base trader, they would have sold it after the RSI starts curving down. So they would have missed this candle and this candle on the weekly, but they could have gotten the price down here and gotten a little bit late. So probably about $122 per share. Confirmed based trader exits at 122. Probably at 122 to 124. We can give them the 124 because that's still within the realm of the RSI going down. But the early trader was seeing the RSI peaking again, 94. RSI double tops here. And I'm going to add this to the chart. RSI double top equals bearish equals sell. Very simple. And we see the RSI also getting lower while the price is getting higher. And that does create some divergence though. But let's look at the RSI. It's still right here. It's hard to see. But the RSI was making those higher areas. Let's see the confirmation based trader closed at 124. The early trader would probably close on that double top RSI, and that price is around $135 per share. But this is just one example. The early trader probably closed at 135. Neither trader got the top at the all-time top at 140. And ask yourself, and let's do a poll real quick. What trader are you? What trader are you? Confirm, based, or early? Let's see what your style is so far in the YouTube chat poll. And we're going to measure the profits for each trader. So the one at $45, confirm based, they entered at 45. Let's say 45.11, and then they closed out 124. Confirmed base trader made 175% for this trade. The early trader earned, if you look at here, you use TradingView measuring tool. And go back here. They entered at 42.62. And let's say 45. And then they closed it around, what was it, 135. About 200, I'll say 215%. So the early trader earned more profits from this trade on Nvidia, but both of them are out. They would both be out of this trade. Why? The RSI is telling them that the price is going to come down. So both of them, they knew where to take an exit, and they both, let's say both of them missed the very good entries. They came in late. This is all that they were given. Ignore all the data to the left for now. Like, focus on this. Now, let's hide all of this, because we know that in history, Nvidia, this wasn't the best spot. I was interested in Nvidia since 2016. So let's go all the way back to 2016 and see what happens to Nvidia. Oh, wow. So when you zoom out and you realize that this is not the worst spot to buy, but it's not the best spot, because look at the people from 2016. You get the magnet and you measure from 2016, even March, until here. That was over 6,000% late. So even though it was 2,000% late, they still took this trade right here, because the company has way more money than 2016. They have way better products. Like, guys, this product right here, this 4090 alone would outperform many of Nvidia graphics card combined together from 2016. Like, it's not even a close match. So yes, you have to look beyond the chart sometimes if something is up over 6,000%. And the Bitcoin mining really made the price go up for Nvidia. Ethereum mining, price go up for Nvidia. All their graphics cards were getting sold out. And that's still the case today. These 4090s, 4080s, they're not lasting on the shelves too long. So when we look at the indicators down here, when you look back, these prices are low, but when you actually zoom in, it looks crazy. It looks like this. It looks like this. The price going from like 50 cents all the way up to $6. That's over 1,000%. When you look at the RSI, it gets overbought multiple times. It's hard to just, so what I'm showing you this for is it's hard to only use RSI. Yes, you can add RSI to your strategy, but never use that by itself. Never. You always add other indicators, because you just use RSI, you don't know what to do in areas like this. You're like, oh, I'm going to sell right here. I'm a genius. You're going to think you're a genius for earning 64%. Where in reality, the company innovates and goes up over 1,000%. So let's go into a second indicator that can kind of help you. It's called MACD, Moving Average Convergence Divergence. And you don't see anything that I drew on the chart earlier. I guess I'll save it. I guess you can screenshot this as well. But what we showed you earlier, relative strength index, showed that this was a decent buy. And then we also have the chart pattern for the huge indecisive candle, followed by 3 white soldiers, which was 3 weekly bullish candles that were green, solid green candles that was going up. And then we also had the news that was coming, which is also a key feature. You always need some fundamentals news that's going to give you that last big pump to take profits. Otherwise, if you get out before that news, like on this candle, price is still up 26%. You left 26% on the table, although it's not bad. I do think price is going to come under this area, but let's go a little bit deeper. Let's see what happens when you add MACD into the equation if you're a new trader. So go to your indicators. You're going to type MACD. MACD is going to say moving average convergence divergence. You're going to add this to your chart. This is what it looks like for me. It's going to go down to another line.
Where are you showing your screen at?
This is on YouTube. It's going to.
Oh, okay.
That's for the crypto class for the people on YouTube. So this is MACD, what it looks like. The MACD indicator is really good about telling you, are you in bullish momentum or bearish momentum? Are you picking up or losing? But you need to make sure you have your styles right. So for your MACD, make sure you put your MACD line at yellow. your signal line at white if you want it to be on par with mine to look about the same. And obviously you can keep your above grow green, fall light green, below grow light red, and fall red so that you can predict it. Let me teach you how to read this before we even start. So your MACD line is right here, the yellow line. And when you look over here, if you look at your fast length, I leave mine at 12 and my slow length at 26. Well, for the oscillator moving average type, I put EMA and signal line EMA. Keep it the same. Well, when your MACD line is significantly above your signal line, you probably just had a price spike up. But if your MACD line, this yellow line, is significantly below that white line, you probably had a price drop. And that's what we see. But currently for NVIDIA, our MACD line, the yellow line, is significantly above the signal line. And let's just use the measuring tool to see how much above. Right here, 16%. That's pretty big. Because if they come back together, this MACD line comes down 16%. The price of NVIDIA probably could drop 24% minimum. But let's learn about these color here's. You see this dark green? Dark green means bullish momentum. And you can kind of measure how many weeks we had bullish momentum for NVIDIA. Right here, this was about 62 days. And then we started losing bullish momentum and got oversold. So when you look at your chart, we're going to ignore the chart price. We're going to hide the drawing. When you look at the MACD and the RSI together, you see this area. We got oversold, but not all the way for NVIDIA. Let's find an area on the chart where we're completely oversold and see what the MACD looks like for NVIDIA. Right here, October 10th, 2022. This was a very significantly, the most significantly oversold period for NVIDIA that I see. So going back historically, it looks like on this week right here would have been the best buy that you could have gotten. And let's look at the MACD at that same time. October 10th. October 10th. Right here. I have to zoom in here. I guess I'll do the drawings, but this was going to be your best buy October 10th right here. I don't even know what the price is, but I'm just basing it off of MACD, RSI combined together. So this is the MACD at peak of bearish momentum. And RSI completely oversold. And this is 2022. I don't know what the price was. But I know what the indicator shows. And then a week after that, we started losing the bearish momentum, which means the price probably going back up. We started seeing some green candles. But when the weekly RSI gets so oversold like that, that's going to be some of your best entries. So when your RSI completely oversold, like this is going to be some of your best entries. So take a screenshot of this. And then we're going to go up and see the price. So we got the MACD down there. We had the RSI lined up together. Now let's go look at the price of the chart on that date, October 10th, 2022. Right here. We're going to make this green. We're going to add the call out as well. Best entry based on RSI plus MACD together. And that price is about $11.86. But you have to multiply this by 10 because this was before the stock split as well. And then they had a stock split before as well, the 4-to-1 stock split. I got to double check the math. You might have to multiply the price. This might be a time stand to get the most accurate price. Yeah, well, you can use this together for stocks and crypto. This is my crypto settings on this. So this is the crypto settings on this MACD RSI settings. I'm just showing you how it performs, and you can modify it as you go, as you're learning. So I'm looking over here, and based off of the MACD, the RSI, this is going to be our best entry. And then now we're going to go based off of MACD RSI for the best exit, though. Because it doesn't matter about the color as well. You want to base it off of, is the MACD line below or above the signal line? Right here, the MACD line, when the yellow line was significantly below the signal line. When I measure it, it is about 11% under. Is also the most oversold on MACD was right here, 18%. But you wait for that RSI to get completely oversold, which I like to do. I did that back when I called day one of the crypto bull market when Bitcoin was under $17,000 before. Is same indicator, RSI completely oversold. And it took about a week for the MACD to start recovering. So I'm more of the opportunist-based trader. I go in early. But ignore the price. Let's wait for the RSI to get completely overbought right here. And this is in May 2023. A year later, we're going to have news, a little bit news that we're going to have the stock 10-to-1 split. But NVIDIA was doing really well. And if you wait for that and then the MACD, let's look at the MACD. Sometimes people wait for the MACD to start losing that bullish momentum before they get out. There's traders that base it off of that MACD strategy. But when you look at this 25% is pretty big. Right here, the gap started getting closer together. So some people, they know that when the gap was very far and starts getting closer together, they'll also take profits. Right now, this definitely, looking at the chart, like rock solid. The highest point that we've seen, the MACD up here, and it could start crashing down. But let's find out where would be the best spot to sell without knowing any news. After getting the area back there. So after people got it right here, would they have sold right here? No, that's not 94 plus. 85, 89, 94, 94 plus, 96. Can you get 96? 96, boom. So they would have sold it right here based off of this RSI, about 97. Let's see what the MACD looks like here as well, around 22nd of May. So when we look at the 22nd of May, let's zoom in here. It's going to be on this bar right here. We still have the bullish momentum, and we're not at the peak of bullish momentum, so we're not ready yet. This is very light. This is very light, so it's not ready yet. So they would keep waiting. They would keep waiting until the bullish momentum gets a little bit higher. You look at these bars. You can also add your data tool on the right side if you really wanted to. So click this data window on the right side, and then click data window. And you look at this right here, and it will show you that your MACD is at 5.55. And 5.55, that's just a lucky Hetz number that I like. And when the MACD is around 5.55, that's a good take profit as well. The signal line is at 4.11. So when you start measuring the difference between that signal line and MACD line, it's up there. It's over 39%. So I think this was going to be our area, the best spot of taking profits, because pretend you don't know what's happening afterwards. And you see right here, the MACD is at the peak and the RSI was curving back down. So they would have started selling right here. And let's see what that price was going to be at the June 20th candle. So let's find out how June 20th was, if it was a good sell or not. June 20th candle is right here. It's not a bad candle. So This week right here, June 20th, 2023, one of the best sells based on RSI plus MACD from those who bought at this candle back here, the October 10th. So the people that bought in October, if they didn't know anything else that's happening right there, but they're happy, they would have sold it here. And that's just based off of the RSI and MACD. Only two indicators. When you start adding the news, fundamental events, and other indicators, they can delay taking profits. But let's see how well they would do. So you measure from this green area, if they would have accumulated down here at about $12 per share. And let's do a red area right here, June 20th. And they would have started selling around $42. So we're going to say, so from 1186 right here, let me zoom out a little bit more. I have to move my notes. So here's the thing about TradingView sometimes. If you have your callouts like this, your callouts can get in the way sometimes. So I'm going to measure this. Let's say about 1178 all the way up to about 42.59 or 40, let's say even 42.05. That's 256%, and it took about 253 days. So basically this trade right here on the video from 2022 to 2023, this retail trader was earning about 1% per day on average. I think that outperformed the SPY. That outperformed most of the markets. So let's say that they earned 256% in 253 days. This early trader earned 256% in just 253 days. But reminder, if this trader did this trade, when did they get back in? Ha ha ha! The re-entry, just based off of these two indicators. We can go deeper into another indicator. But let's pretend this trader took profits. Let's say their starting balance was $10,000. Balance June 20th. Multiply that by, let's say they earned 256%. It's a lot. They're up to $25,600 right here. So that's still less money. That's still less money than they would have earned from like a medium, like almost the minimum wage job in certain states. They would have earned more money than this. But if they took their minimum wage job money, bought Nvidia, and then worked and they earned money working, and then this, combined the income together, maybe they could have earned over $50,000 that year. But let's focus on that re-entry. So that re-entry, they had to wait right here. And remember that early trader re-entered at 40. They had to wait until that $42. So they ended up entering again at $42. And then remember where they sold it after the news up here at, so they earned 215% from this trade. So rather than holding Nvidia this whole time, they sold it right here. They didn't trade it again for a long time. They thought Nvidia was going to dip down. Yeah, it did drop down 6%. They didn't trade it for about 153 days to 132 days. So they got back in at a little bit higher price. Sometimes we do that trading. We don't know. We have lives. We like to sleep. We like to go on vacation. So this person, they didn't take another trade. The charts didn't have another trade for them for about 132 days. And then that second trade, they earned 215%. So you do 2.15 times this balance at $25. Sorry, 25,600 times 2.15, and now they're up to $55,000. Around the 17th of June. Early trader balance, and this is around June 17th. So it's around $55,000 right now. So just in theory, this trader that started with $10,000 way back here, they bought Nvidia on a big dip because they saw Nvidia is a good stock. They missed the pump before in 2020, 2021. They saw a good dip. They saw the best RSI that they ever seen before. Screenshot that. The very best RSI they've ever seen before. So they grabbed it. And remember, my RSI settings are different. It's not on the default 14. It's on the number 6 for the length. And this was the best RSI entry combined with MACD. At least combine 2 indicators minimum for a trade. And when we look up there, they took profits here, overbought. They re-entered after oversold. But this price here, we had bullish divergence as well. Why did we have bullish divergence? Well, let me show you. I'll add this to the chart as well. Actually, we had bullish divergence because RSI made lower lows, but price made higher lows. So we had that bullish divergence as well, which was another indicator that you can add. Think about bullish divergence. That's going to be RSI and chart patterns that you can incorporate. If you don't know anything about bullish divergence, research it, because when this RSI was making those lower lows, the price of Nvidia was going up higher. Let me show you that real quick as well together. So see the RSI right here? We're making lower lows. But when you look at the RSI back here, the price is still higher. It's a little bit hard to see it unless you zoom out like this, but look at this. So Nvidia had the higher lows, but RSI had lower lows. Bullish divergence. And right here we have the news and everything came out. So that retail trader, they started back here 2022 October. They exit on the 17th of June 2024. So it took them 600 days basically to make this money. So they earned over $45,000 in about 600 days just from this trading. That's a little bit over a year, more than a year and a half, and it's a lot of time. But it's a good strategy. If they would have just bought the stock here at $11 and held it here, they would have earned about 10 times their money. But they had to do multiple trades. People can't trade consecutively 600 days. So let's add another indicator that helps you keep the trade longer. This one's an interesting indicator. Go to your indicators at the top, type PSAR. It's going to be called Parabolic SAR. Click that, add it to your charts. When you have that indicator, double click that indicator. Immediately change this color to yellow if you want it to be like mine, or orange or yellow. But basically the Parabolic SAR, and you go to your styles, you can put the max volume, value, increment, start, everything on default. But basically this PSAR, if it's at the bottom, the price is bullish. When it starts getting at the top, price is bearish. And this will help you ride a trade a little bit longer. I got you, Joe King. I got you after this one. So when you look at this PSAR, when we were bullish back here in November, so let's remind you where the trader bought in, right here. So they bought in right here. They knew that price was going to go up based off RSI, and then once they got in the trade, the PSAR is once you're in the trade, they're able to ride this PSAR all the way up until right here. Boom. So they were able to get out a little bit later based off of this PSAR at over 300% move when they combine the RSI plus MACD entry. And then once they've entered the trade, boom, the parabolic SAR teaches them to ride the trade as long as they can. And they squeezed about 300% out of the trade. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, 300% is something I'm very fairly happy with when it comes to trading. I can live with 300% trading. 300% trading, I will take it. If it takes me a year to earn 300%, I will take it, and I will be happy with 300% because to me, that's a lot of gain for 1 year. If I'm outperforming inflation, if I'm outperforming the stock market, I'm generally very happy with the trading. If you enjoy this chart class so far, let me know. If you're in this chart class and you've emailed me before to join, you did that form. Make sure you email tametheark@gmail.com about your trading strategy, and we can kind of work on that a little bit. Let me add that to the video. So email me as well when we're working on this your trading strategy. tametheark@gmail.com. Let me know if you want to become a confirm-based trader or do you want to become an early trader. This is where we're going to start. Pretend we're playing a video game and this is your character creation screen. You're going to be the early base trader or the confirm-based trader. They both make money, but the confirm-based trader usually makes less profits per trade, but generally is safer each trade. Let's go a little bit deeper into this, shall we? This is day one. We're just going mostly over chart patterns and indicators. Well, Joe King says he's looking to understand more of a divergence on an indicator. So how about this? Let's take off the drawings, go here, divergence, and let's look at some of these divergence indicators. You can go to RSI divergence indicator. Let's use the one by Shizaru. Let's add it to our chart. And let's just look at this indicator. So when you look at the RSI divergence indicator, length fast 5, length slow 14. You can leave it on this. It's going to be a little bit different than my RSI. But make sure your bullish color is green and your bearish divergence is red. But this indicator will show you when there's bullish and bearish divergence. Let's move that up closer to our RSI. And when we look here, this indicator really help you to see if the price is going to be bullish or bearish divergence. So when you look at the candles here, for NVIDIA, this is NVIDIA, by the way, we had a little bit of bearish divergence right here. But we had more of the bullish divergence right here. So RSI was making higher lows up here, but price was making even higher lows. So let me show you about the bullish divergence that we see on this charts here. When you really look here, let's put it up a little bit more. We don't have to look at a regular RSI because we have this together. But we're gonna really zoom in here. So look at NVIDIA right here. NVIDIA started making lower lows. And I'm going to explain on the chart why this is a bullish divergence. Price, lower lows, but RSI was making higher lows. So while you had the price making lower lows, the RSI was making higher lows. This gave you bullish divergence. And when you look at that bullish divergence, remember the MACD indicator that I talked about earlier. I mean, if you really want to visualize it, this is an indicator that will help you visualize it. But let's go to the MACD from right here. Let's put the MACD right beside this. So let's ignore the charts for a second. Right there for the price. And let's look at MACD, what we see while we have this. Well, I think you're going to be catching on now where this green comes from. By the way, I'm warning you now, MACD is going to be a super delayed indicator compared to RSI and other strategies. Like the moving averages, the EMAs, those are very quick compared to MACD. But when you look here at the bullish divergence, you see we start losing that bearish momentum once we start picking up bullish divergence. But the bullish divergence happens first, and then the MACD starts flipping. So MACD is a little bit delayed. That's why I use it more with the other indicators and not by itself. Use it by itself, you get in trades a little bit later. But once you start trading millions of dollars, that will not matter. But when you look right here, we had the bearish divergence. But what happened at the bearish divergence? We started losing the bullish momentum and then started picking up bearish momentum. Which one happened first? Well, for this one specifically, we had a very big bullish momentum picked up, then dropped down fast. It's the bearish divergence started first. If you look here, like the red is still here while we are light green. So bearish divergence was happening first over here while the MACD was light green. So sometimes I don't use like indicator like this on my screen for bullish and bearish divergence because I see it in my head when I'm looking at the chart. But the RSI and MACD combined, I can tell if we are bullish or bearish divergence, but that's something I calculate in my head. But if you're new at trading and you want to visualize it, you're going to use an indicator like this. And let me remind you this indicator's name. RSI divergence. When you go to RSI divergence, this is going to be by Shiz Aru. And it has over 11,000. If you look right here, you can see the Pine script for it as well. It's a read-only Pine script, but if you really wanted to, you could copy this. You could copy this Pine script and add it to your own trading strategy. And if you really wanted to modify like the colors and stuff, like you don't have to have green and red. You could even throw in some shapes. If you don't like these lines, you can throw in shapes once you learn how to do the Pine editor. Just throwing it out there. But this is the indicator. Let's close this panel by clicking the minimize button. But let's see what happened while NVIDIA is at the top now. So this is NVIDIA now. And there's also, you go a little bit deeper. If you have higher lows on the bearish divergence, it means the price went up super big. So big. So from here to here, the price probably went up over 100% probably. From September till here. Let's just check it out. I'm curious. So from September. Right. Sorry, I'm trying to get that indicator up there. So from here to here, let's measure from this bearish divergence to this bearish divergence. How far the price came up. 62%. 62%. But you see right here, this bullish divergence, it looks weak when you look at a line, but when you actually measure the price, so this bullish divergence was 400% when you actually measure, and the price went up about 70%. So when that happens, usually areas after that happens, now we have the bearish divergent, price is coming down, price is bearish. Why is the price of Nvidia coming down? Let me teach you a tool real quick. OpenInsider.com. OpenInsider.com. This website tool will be very helpful to you. Go up here, go to the top symbols, NVDA. Hit your enter button or hit this search button, Nvidia. And this is the following date of June 28th, just a few days ago. This is CEO of Nvidia. He sold 240,000 shares at $124 per share. Is the price below or above where he started selling? He started selling 124.63. Price is down a little bit. That was about $29 million. Another insider at Nvidia, they started selling their shares. Actually, when you look at this, most of this is insider selling. The total value, this one's a big one though. This one stands out to me in my mind. This is over $119 million. And they sold for an average price of $1,194 per share. So they sold before the stock split. Let's divide this by 10. So it's like they sold at $119 per share. The CEO was able to sell at a higher price. They also had a very good keynote speech. So insiders even selling at this price right here, $119 per share. And when I look at this person right here, they've been selling in Nvidia shares ever since 2023. And you can kind of see like a chart over here as well. We have to remember the stock splits though, so don't look at your chart and say, wow, this person sold for 10 times the price. They did sell 10 times the price, but they sold less shares because they had the stock split. So they sold right before the stock split. But this person, the two recent sales were valued over $100 million. So start looking at the OpenInsider.com and then seeing. But let's go back to the chart because we have a good question in the chat. One of the questions in the chat is what time frame the indicator stops working. So if you have the really big premium trading view, obviously the 1 second doesn't work as much. 1 second, this thing gets mumbo jumbo, starts falling off. And let's go to something that trades 24 hours per day that has high liquidity. We're going to go to Bitcoin, and we're going to go to Bitcoin on Binance for USDT. Let's do these contracts on Binance. This is the Bitcoin chart. Obviously, 1 second doesn't work good. I would not use these indicators on any time frame less than the 5 minutes. On the 5 minutes, I would not use these indicators on anything less. Right now, Bitcoin is in that bullish divergence. When you, on the 5 minutes, you have your RSI. It was oversold significantly recently. On our RSI is making those higher lows. So that shows you right here. I just draw the line right here. RSI higher lows while Bitcoin lower price equals bullish divergence on the charts for it's bullish divergence for RSI. And you can see the price here. Let me put my RSI back up here. And I'll show you. So you see right here, but then Bitcoin started making lower lows. And this is that definition of the bullish divergence. So you got the Bitcoin going down and the RSI coming up. And this is what the bullish divergence does look like. So if you got that bullish divergence on the RSI right here, people would predict that the price is going to bounce right here. Well, this is very interesting. Bitcoin price on Binance 64,000. Let me double check this. The fuck? Binance? Sorry guys, this is weird. The Bitcoin price on Binance futures is over $1,000 compared to over here. This chart right here is a regular Bitcoin on spot. What? What? Okay, that's weird. But when we look over here at my chart that I have with the other indicators, we're just going to zoom in here. This is what I usually keep on YouTube running live. Same thing. We have the RSI barely up. It's like a weak bullish divergence. I'll say it's a weak bullish divergence. So I'm going to draw this here, and my line's going to be here for the RSI. Technically, it is a higher low, but this angle is a very small angle. Usually you want your angle like this. Kapow! Boom! You want an angle like that. Angle like this is very small. Not really significant. What the fuck? I'm sorry, I'm teaching this class, but this part's blowing my mind. That means right here. Let me... Holy fuck. I'm sorry, but wow. So that means on my chart right here, this shows liquidations. If you look at that price right now, Bitcoin's already at 64,787. That means we've already liquidated these positions all the way up here. And could come up here to over 2% push. I didn't want to do a green block for Bitcoin above 63K, but man, that's crazy. That's wild. Let's do a green block here. I mean, it could be something worth looking for. And, man, let's add this to, I'm going to add this to my chart channel. I know I'm doing the class, but this could be an anomaly here for us, guys. The Bitcoin futures price is much different than the spot price. Let's add these green blocks. This is we did fail this last green block, by the way. For Doge, it's down by not 1%, but it's a decent amount. But now we have that bullish divergence. But wow. It looks like I can't even look at the live on this. I have to go back. I have to drag it manually. Right here. That's crazy. This is crazy. So I'm going to add this to the chart channel, and this is actually weird. So I have to add that chart to my Discord, and I have to go over here and add this chart as well. What is this? Bitcoin USD? What about on METC? METC is a little bit lower. Let's see. I think it's only the USD pair. Let's look at OKX. Yeah, it's about the same price. OKX, METC, Bitcoin spot, but this is Bitcoin USD futures. Let's look at Bitcoin USDT. So Bitcoin USDT is about the same price too. But Bitcoin USD, same price USD. So this is so weird. What about Coinbase? Yeah, Coinbase is about the same price, a little bit lower too, by about $60. Let me double check this one more time. This one right here. What? We saw the price was higher. Let me double check this. Where's that chart at? We all saw the 64K. I know the futures, the perpetual contract price, one of them was much higher. I gotta find it. We have to use the maybe it was Binance US that I clicked on by accident. That could have explained it. I think it was Binance US that I accidentally clicked on. No. The price was higher by over $1,000 on one of these pairs. It's not USD. I did USDT and it showed a contract. All right, I'm just gonna Control Z. Oh, I can only Control Z on TradingView to go back. Control Z, Control Z. Right here, this one. What the fuck is this chart? Bitcoin futures contract, BTC USD. What is this? Look at this chart. Look at this chart. Bitcoin futures contract. Wow. So the price is up for this one, for the futures contract on Binance. Sometimes we have anomalies like this and people arbitrage for hours to get it back. And for some of you guys, I'll just and this is for the Bitcoin September 2024 contract. Look at this. People are going to try to arbitrage this. I'll add this in the chart channel on Discord. If you're not on the Discord, just take a screenshot now. But yeah, this is the September 2024 contract for Bitcoin USD. And the price is higher right now by a significant amount. The chart's about the same, but man. But let's go back here. I did a green block. Why did I do a green block over here as well? We have a very weak bullish divergence, but it is bullish divergence happening. And we are over here for Bitcoin. We're still under that moving average, but we also have liquidations above us. Let's talk about this indicator. This is a liquidation indicator that you could add to your chart. Basically, these lines like red, white, and blue above us shows that the shorts that can be liquidated. And this is why I'm really bullish on Doge, because when we come up here to liquidate these shorts, that would be a 5.64% move. So go to your indicators, type liquidation level. I mean, mine doesn't show anymore, so mine's like saved. But this is liquidation levels version 2 by ML application. So this one's by ML applications. But I'm sure there's a few more, like BitMet says the specific ones, but there's other liquidation level indicators that will show you. But let me teach you something else. It's not really specific to TradingView, but it's about liquidations and charts and some other things you should consider if you're not in crypto futures yet. If you plan on doing the crypto futures part of the course, join the Wheats platform. I put that in the chat for you guys. Join that as well. You send me on the email, tametheark@gmail.com, if you signed up for this course. Just send me your Wheats user ID. I'll send you a little bit of crypto as well for the crypto futures portion that you can practice. Make sure you have your MetaMask address because I will be sending you free crypto as well for your MetaMask DeFi lesson. I think that's going to be on day number 4. But when you look at these liquidation levels, they translate to people losing money. So go to this website right here, coinglass.com. Coinglass.com. Type enter. One thing that I like to consider is the thing right here, open interest. It's directly related to funding fees. So look at the top, click open interest. And then when you're on this CoinGlass website, at the top of open interest, you're going to click down here. And you're going to look at this chart. Let's go to put 1 day, put USD. When I look at this chart, the number one thing that scares me is that when the price, which is the green bars, sorry, the Bitcoin price, the yellow prices, starts going into the green bars, which is the open interest, it scares me. Or when the price is significantly above the open interest. So you look at these yellow lines above us, when the Bitcoin price is significantly above open interest, generally the market's running out of money to borrow to buy Bitcoin on leverage or to go long. And this is true for many cryptos, for shorts as well. But when you look at this chart here, they also have this down here for the dates. This shows that back here, 2021 February, it started peaking and climbing as Bitcoin price was climbing. And Bitcoin price was about 36,000 back here. I called day 1 of the bull market around November 11th over here. Right here, November 11th, right here. And take a screenshot of this. Screenshot this, because Bitcoin price, I mean, 17K, it was under 17K when I first drew those green blocks. But look right here. The Bitcoin price is actually underneath the green bars. That's a good entry. Good entry as well. So add that to your charts. When the Bitcoin price drops significantly below the open interest and the price is coming down, your RSI is oversold as well, combined together, boom, could be a good entry. So let's add that to the document as well. Let me make a little thing real quick for you guys. Good entry. Good entry. 1, completely oversold RSI. 2, MACD at peak of bearish momentum. 3, Bitcoin price significantly, Bitcoin price below open interest on CoinGlass. Um, 4, weekly bullish divergence. 5, weekly bullish chart patterns forming. Why do I say chart patterns forming? Because they're not formed yet. So these are all going to be like good things to do for entry. And I'm going to add this to the chart real quick as well. You guys can take a look at it. So some things to consider. Take a screenshot of this. If you're still here learning, some things you want to keep track of. Remember, completely oversold RSI, MACD at the peak of that bearish momentum, Bitcoin price below the open interest on coinglass.com. You could go a little bit deeper for that confirmation of the Bitcoin weekly bullish divergence and the weekly bullish chart patterns forming that I showed you early in the stream. These are going to be like for some good entries. Good entries. And then you can just inverse all of that for the exits, for take profits. Let's go up here at the top. Look at the liquidation up here on here. we're going to go liquidation on CoinGlass. Look at the chart right here. This is a very scary chart as well. This day was on March 4th, 2024. These 2 days happened around the 11th of April and the 12th of April. But these were the worst liquidations for Bitcoin. And I believe the price was above $70,000 and then started coming down. I tried to remind people when Bitcoin was above 70,000, started coming down, that 70K gang would get wrecked by going long on Bitcoin. Why? Well, let's look right here at April 11th Bitcoin price. We may have to go to April 10th on TradingView. They might be different times. But go up here. Let's go to Bitcoin, the regular Bitcoin chart that I was using earlier. And let's go to April 11th. Let's start at April 10th. Here's the cool thing about TradingView. It has a calendar button. Let me pop this up for you guys so you can see it. So look at this calendar button right here. Beside my elbow, my left elbow. See that calendar button? Click that calendar button. We're going to go up here. April 10th. And then go to. Right here. This was April 10th. I was right. Bitcoin price is above 70K. The day before mass liquidations on longs. Let's pull this back down. Why did we have mass liquidations long? This is what we see. The retail traders got greedy. They were very greedy. This is our daily chart. RSI is not cooled down all the way, so it's not a good entry. RSI wasn't cooled down all the way. And right here, Bitcoin started forming bearish divergence. So Bitcoin started forming bearish divergences over here. But let's see here. Let's put a red block right here. Let's put a red block right here for multiple things. This is the daily chart, but look at the RSI. Our RSI is completely overbought right here at 72K. Let's add that note on the chart as well. So when the RSI is completely overbought, people probably start taking profits, right? So let's start thinking about good exits just based off of RSI MACD. All right. Let's load up that MACD real quick. Look at the MACD line as well. So when the Bitcoin is completely overbought and the MACD started losing bullish momentum, but the line was still above the signal line, but about to cross, this is that area. Last chance to get out. Last chance to exit. Longs. MACD line may cross below signal line. So this is what we were seeing here. You see this MACD line? Remember, MACD line yellow, signal line white. This was really the retail traders' last spot to exit if they thought that the MACD line was going to cross under. And we've had days. Remember, this is the daily charts, not the weekly. It'll look a lot different weekly. But this took about 1 week. So we broke down the weekly candle into a daily candle. Up here at the top, you can change your time frame. You have to go daily on areas like this. But the daily was completely overbought. And so this was like the best exit you could do on Bitcoin, about 72,700. So about 72,200. This could have been like your best exit based off the RSI MACD. Don't look at anything else right here. And this is combining that weekly MACD, weekly RSI with the dailies. And This was the 10th of April. And let's go back on memory lane real quick. I have a video that kind of showcased you a little bit. I kind of like made a clip about what was happening during this time. So lucky for you, we can go back and look at it. Let me look at that video real quick. I think it's going to be I clip videos like this for you guys. I have it in the Discord as well. So I have the video here. I'm going to pop it up on my channel. You guys are going to listen to some audio from some real trades to see how retail traders were thinking about around this time. So this is the video. We're going to drop it right here. Awesome. This is just a clip though. It says 2 months ago. But let's look at a clip here. Let's see how retail traders reacted during this time for these prices. We're going to go back a little bit, make sure this is on 1080p. So right here, we were watching Bitcoin. It had a big pump in the pre-market. Bitcoin had a big pump in the pre-market. It was above 69K. MicroStrategy was still above 1900. But let's listen and see what the retail traders did versus what the price of Bitcoin did. The only problem is MicroStrategy has Bitcoin that it could dump on the market. But once that's over, there's no more relationship. They're not tied together. They're not pegged together like Luna was to USTC. That was a vortex. People kept selling USTC. They kept selling Luna. People were minting more Luna. That brings me to a good point about Luna. When it comes to the world of crypto, always look at supply, because there are some cryptos where they can make the supply go up by minting more tokens. When it came to Luna, like if you go over here for $1 value, go to ets.com. I'm on Twitter. My profile is better than Bing, but my pinned tweet right here was Luna. I had the big red block at Luna. I said retweet if you're shorting until $50, and it was above 80 cents. Well, I got lucky shorting Luna, because when I was shorting Luna, they were minting more Luna with their stablecoin USTC. So they were minting Luna, selling it on the market, buying more USTC, and then minting more Luna in a circle until the Luna supply went into the trillions. Oh, supply up, price down. The elementary level basis of economics. And when you increase the supply of a token by over 1,000%, the price will drop by over 99%. So be very careful, because there are going to be some cryptos that do this as well. The supply will drastically increase. But I don't want to I don't want to tell you that story without showing you the price of Luna before. TradingView kind of like messed up the charts here, but when you go up here, you go to Luna. I think they put Luna C. They changed the name. Yeah. But when you go up here, let's go to the daily. Yeah, they changed it. They changed the name. So look at this. I don't know. They changed it like Luna C. But look at my red block up there. Right here, the $86 for shorting it. And look at how hard the price came down. This was like one of the best shorts that I've ever done in my trades. And I got lucky. Because if you look at this chart, this is a daily chart. This is a daily chart. Look how hard each day it came down on low supply. And when we got close to that $50, that's when we really bled down. It got destroyed. They increased the supply. And people complain about me going missing or not talking for a few days or a week at a time. But when I'm posting banger plays like this on Twitter, and they don't take the banger plays like this on Twitter, why they complain when I'm gone or something? It doesn't make sense. So that was a big short on Luna, and it only had like 23 retweets, 75 likes now after the fact. But this was the big red block. And let me show you something about the technicals of Luna before that happened. Look at the technicals. This was the daily, but when you look at the weekly right here, look at the weekly right here. When I was drawing that red block for Luna Luna right here, the RSI already came down from the daily and started cooling down. I got the short late. But I started noticing some stuff as well about Luna that I didn't like, and I saw people talking about Luna that I really didn't like. Like, people that I really don't like started talking about Luna. So I was like, I'm going to short this. Like people that I despise, people that I hope stop streaming, and like people like this guy. I don't even have to show you his forehead. You know who he is without his forehead. This YouTuber is saying Terra Luna pump cannot be stopped. Hottest crypto of 2021. And you look at that date there, December 20th, 2021, in that guy's tweet. Well, YouTube video. Let's go back to the chart here. December 20th, 2021. This was when that guy did the video. $99. So even after he did that video, like, it was at a peak, and then it came down over 55%. So when it recovered from that area, I was like, top signals in. We're going to short the fuck out of Luna. It's going to come down hard. And it came down quite hard. So, you guys know who that guy is? You ever seen any of his videos or something? Look at this guy. Oh my God. Jesus. Woo, you ever see a drop like that? Woo. But guys, in the world of crypto, you have to be careful of rug pull, scams, token supply increasing towards infinity. You have to be careful. You have to be very careful. This one goes on Twitter for the memes. I'm going to make a meme from this one. But yeah, you got to be serious. You have to be careful about rug pulls. You have to be careful about infinite supply or token minting drastically. But let's keep going in our lesson. Let's go back to our video. When I was asking the traders, would you go long on Bitcoin on the dip? And let's find out what these traders were saying at that time. Well, let's listen to the audio. Try to learn some words of wisdom from this. Value of USDC, and they were dumping it on the market all the way down until the price was done. The thing about MicroStrategy, all they did was buy Bitcoin. They didn't peg it to their stock or anything. But investors, speculation, put it at a premium to Bitcoin. But Bitcoin price drops drastically. MicroStrategy stock would drops drastically. Learn there. If Bitcoin drops, MicroStrategy stock will drop. Well, I warned that MicroStrategy drop would happen. I had red blocks for MicroStrategy. I had the MicroStrategy charts on my Discord. I think I was streaming live with the MicroStrategy as well for you guys. You guys saw that live. We had it on the charts. We had it on the screen on YouTube. But also, let's talk about a bearish chart pattern real quick. We had the red block on MicroStrategy at 1936 per share. But it also looked like the stock was trying to form this bearish head and shoulder pattern. So the price of MicroStrategy was related to the price of Bitcoin. Let's keep playing this audio, learn a little bit more. I'm more bullish on Doge because it had not hit the all-time high yet. Doge is far from an all-time high, and Elon Musk still has not done his things, and we had so much uptrend. We had so much uptrend on Doge. Even like these red blocks, they sometimes they go down like 6%. Sometimes it doesn't go down that much. But Doge is still trading around 19. We still didn't break that local top that we made above that 20 cents range either. But I'd be more bullish on Doge than Bitcoin near tops like this. Is there anybody here that would be willing to go long on Bitcoin right now on this very small dip at 70,000?
Yep.
What would be your take profit if you went long at 70,000?
82.
Okay. This is the trading zone that even the most seasoned trader is going to get wrecked on by charts because the fundamentals are going to come in the way. The charts are there for like the bear side, short side, but the fundamentals are going to get in the way here. There's going to be people with more money than us moving the price down and making so much money shorting MicroStrategy here. It's going to be wild. They're going to play their games that we haven't seen since GameStop. It's going to be bigger than the GameStop as well. I might buy some MicroStrategy if it goes under $1. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. So that was me reminding retail traders, even if you're the best trader, you go long at 70K, wrecked. You're going to get wrecked right here. Let's see how this plays out a few more minutes. Might put like $10 in there if it goes under 100. If it goes under $1. So BJ said she would go along with a target of 82K. Would you have a stop loss on that trade or just use a smaller amount?
Probably small amount, but I would definitely, let's see. I would have parameters set up ahead of time and know when I would need to adjust. But right now, I would definitely take a risk for at least 72. 72. Oh, shoot, just a minute.
Man, it already dropped over $300 since you said that. So it's very hard. People will get stop loss easy.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Yeah, so you have to use a smaller amount. You can't use a big amount with the stop loss. You have to just use small amounts for this stuff. Because if your stop loss not $300, is it going to be like $1,000? That's going to be a big loss. So reminder, some retail traders were willing to risk it, even though they knew the daily RSI and weekly RSI were completely overbought. Michael Saylor was slowly running out of money near the top side. He didn't want to buy Bitcoin near this tops as much, but they were willing to go long. The initial price target 82K, but then they talked about risking a little bit more money to get 72K profit out of it. Let's see how this Bitcoin played out though. This was my big red block on MicroStrategy, by the way. We're down $400 here. That's a very tough stop loss. Like $400, usually people are liquidate or stop lost out in that point. Let's zoom in on Bitcoin here.
Okay, well, I was assuming that you were talking about where we were at right now.
Yeah, as I said, where we're at right now earlier, and we've already moved under $400 from that statement. I'll put it on the 1 second chart so you can see that. Like, look at this.
Okay.
From that time I asked. Okay, yes. So here is the true utility of the 1 second chart. If you put in the 1 second chart, you can actually see where the price starts moving at this specific period of time. In case there's like a major event, news event or something, you can add that to that 1 second chart and watch it, because sometimes that 1 second chart, when the price of Bitcoin falls $500 and the number of candles is like 30 candles, that's like half a minute. Let's keep going, see how this trade goes. Up here, I drew the block right here.
Okay, well, I'm sitting here looking at my chart. I wasn't looking at what time it was or where the price was. I'm looking here and I'm seeing the potential that we recover the 50 here, even on the 1 minute, and then we're going to go up here and get 70,600.
Like when I asked that question, we were at this local 1 second top right here. I said at 70,000.
Okay, well,
that was the
I don't
price.
want to play a game. That's not important to me.
Okay. I was just asking because if people want to do this trade and they want to take this risk, they cannot use a big bag and stop loss. That's the point. They're already stop lossed out. They've been stop lossed out for the last 2. Let's talk about stop losses real quick. Maybe 0.5% on Bitcoin. That could be a good stop loss area if you're using the lower leverage or your spot trading. 0.5% is a good general rule for Bitcoin, because when it starts dropping more than 0.5%, it could start falling down 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10% sometimes before it's done bottoming out. So you just take that loss for the day and move on. 2 minutes of this trade.
But if you were going to ask me, are we going to 40K? I would say absolutely not. Not right now, and maybe not even again.
Yeah, not right now, but we will before 420 probably.
Mm-hmm.
And that was me. I was thinking that Bitcoin could go to 40,000 before 420. And I was assuming that on all the exchanges, most of the exchanges. It only did that on one exchange, which was a very low liquidity exchange, BitMEX. But the other exchanges, it went down to like 58,000 and something. That's when I did a green block. But let's keep watching this, see how it plays out for this. And you see right here, TradingView has that this was a local double bottoms in 1 second. It doesn't work. Don't use these chart patterns on the 1 second.
I don't know.
Like, you would not do your whole bag and have a 40K liquidation price, right?
My whole bag.
I would not even do more than 5,000 with the liquidation price 40K. But BJ, know your liquidation price that you're comfortable with, that you're willing to risk money on. Most of the people that I was talking to about Bitcoin could go to 40K, they also felt that 40K was a very high risk for their longs. They would not have their stop loss at 40K or liquidation at 40K. They would want it much lower, because you never know when some big whale comes in and starts dumping their bag. So understand that. Let's see how this plays out a little bit longer, and then we're going to go to the chart, see what happened to Bitcoin after it went from this price down to 58K. DJ, the point was, when I asked that question, just want to see if people want to use small bags for these trades or their whole bags. And if they're not using their whole bags and they're just a bunch of people say small bags, they're probably not as confident with this trade, which means the retail sentiment is bearish up here. Did you go long at 70,000 though, BJ?
I was long at 63, and I have another one at 65, I think. I don't know if you, let me look.
Did you close some longs? I thought you were in some longs above 70,000 before as well. I'm in Bitcoin short, Fabian. Yeah, during this time I was shorting Bitcoin. I made over $15,000 just from a few days shorting Bitcoin during this period of time, by the way. For full transparency, over $15,000 just shorting Bitcoin for a few days during this time.
And yes, I did close that because I was waiting for this to drop.
Yeah, that's the one thing that will make me close the long. If I think it will come back to my entry, that's one thing that would make me close the long.
So every trade you set up is different. You know, some people have $2 to put in, and they can more than 2,000%. It just depends how you manage it. But that's not to say you have to go all in on something right then. With it just depends. But to miss out on even shorting or longing in between is, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you're missing out on opportunities. She brings up a good point. Sometimes you're missing out on opportunities, but by being a good trader, you have to realize that those opportunities are too risky. Pass them up. If the Bitcoin RSI is completely overbought in the weekly and the daily, I'll show you on the chart here. I didn't get in. Pass up the opportunity. When the Bitcoin RSI on the daily is looking like this, completely overbought. When your weekly RSI is looking like this, completely overbought. Pass up the opportunity. Don't micro scalp. Don't short-term scalp that. When the RSI looks like this, completely overbought, weekly, daily, combined together, and your MACD line is significantly above your signal line while you're overbought, pass it up. Know how to not take the trade. If you take the trade, you take the risk, you will be wrecked. But that was the last good time to take your Bitcoin. And let's just go through, let's get through about later on in the stream about the Bitcoin price. Let's see how it plays out by the levels. End of this. So we'll see what the market makers do. No. It came back up for a fake out and started trapping traders by about 1% at max. And let's see on the charts over here what happened in Bitcoin on that daily. And this was around 2 months ago. It says around April 17th. That's when I uploaded this, but the live stream was a little bit before. But when you look over here, right here, I uploaded April 17th, but it's around here. This was actually when I did that stream. So, and you saw the price going up and down in that video, but it was really this right here. It retested again one more time, but look how low it dropped. It dropped to 67K. So is on this day. This was the day 70K longs became trapped. So this was the day the 70K longs became trapped, by the way. So we already had the take profit though. The best take profit was over 28 days prior to when the 70K gang got trapped. But this was the chart. This was like the best thing. And that video that I showed you, it was right here at this time. You were watching it in very small, but this was that day right here. And we went up, trapped traders, and then came down hard. And then a few days later, 65K. And then we found the bottom down here on most exchanges at 56K. That was our bottom on most exchanges, around 56,527.
So after retail got trapped at 70K, this was our bottom that we found. 56,527. That was still pretty bad. If you were betting on 82K versus 40K, you lost there because we came closer to 42K than 82K right there by this drop down. And I'm going to put this on my Discord chart channel, by the way. This is April 10th, 2024. This was March 13th, 2024. And this was April 10th. Well, let's say April 11th was the very last day. All right, so I'm going to take a screenshot of this, add it to my charts channel.
Tim, did you see your screen? I don't know if I can see your screen anymore.
I'll share my screen on Discord, but if you go to youtube.com/tametheark live, you get to see all the other stuff. I'll put on YouTube. I meant Discord, but you won't see it as well.
I'd like to see it on Discord if you don't mind.
Yeah, I got it on Discord. But that video, and then I'll put that video again in the charts channel. We came much closer to 40K than we did to 82K. And this was the video. But I think that the conversation we had at that time, she was getting very stressed and talked about didn't want to play the game when I was talking about the trade. If you don't want to talk about the trades and stuff, just hop off the Discord. It's very simple. You don't want people, you don't want to go brag about a trade and not talk about it to people. It looks a little bit weird. She left my Discord, started her own Discord, started recruiting people for it. But this is what happened. So if people went long here at 70K, they didn't really have a window of opportunity to take in profits. Still not really a good window of opportunity. Maybe they got out right here. Maybe right here, a little bit. But no, there's no other day. So people were bag holders. If you bought right here Bitcoin, you were a bag holder for about 40 days. If you bought Bitcoin at the top, hoping for it to go to 100K, you've been a bag holder for over 109 days, no new all-time high. So let's actually add everything together in here. Let's add everything together so we can see all this together, because I do believe that eventually, eventually a lot of these positions are going to get liquidated and we will go to that 40K before Trump gets elected. So we still have till November. There could be mass liquidations. And we and this was when Bitcoin started the bearish divergence. This is the daily chart. I can't get both the RSI in there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll screenshot this and the RSI, put them together. Boom.
Tim, I 100% agree, man. Who the fuck in their right minds in Discovery Zone goes and puts on long positions or something like that, you know?
It's a tough area.
Unless you're watching and getting this information late and you haven't been paying attention to markets, most people follow the markets. I mean, Discovery Zone is like, it's Discovery Zone. You don't know where the hell we're going.
That's why I say the breakout traders go broke. And I encourage you guys, don't even try to incorporate a breakout strategy into your positions unless you're trying to break out from bottoms. If you're trying to break out from the tops, whew. But we see up here, this red block was like one of the best areas to take profits. I had this red block on Discord. Also had this red block here. I even started shorting Bitcoin heavily up here for the people on the Discord. And then I'm going to pop up that full RSI as well. So I got the RSI matching that chart. I do this, split them up. So let me teach you another cool feature about TradingView and these charts if you're trading. If you have two monitors, what you can do, and if you have TradingView, you go up here at the top right, you select your layout. Beside the ticker, you select your layout, and then you can do this too, or this one too. And then you can drag like this, boom. And then you can have your RSI on one dedicated monitor, expand it fully, and then your charts, one dedicated monitor, expanded fully. I'm going to go back to one layout though, because this is for that. But for my chart that I have for the YouTube, I have that layout up here at 4. And this is what the 4 looks like. You can even do up to 16. And it's really good like doing the layout split like this, because if you have multiple monitors and you want to snap it onto each monitor, split your layout up like this is going to be a lot easier for you guys. Some of you guys are new here. Let's go back over to some TradingView features that might help you. I already went over a few indicators that might help you. But let's go over some of the actual things in TradingView. When you go up here to your indicators, make sure you have a list of your favorites. But if you pay for the really expensive TradingView, go over here to technicals, go to patterns, and these are the AI chart patterns. They draw this for you automatically. We're going to add one to a chart over here. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart. Let's put it on the, let's do the 15 minutes. Some of these chart patterns, 15 minutes like the minimum time frame, or the 5 minutes that the time frames look like. And let's see, I have those hidden. So we're going to go to indicator, technicals, patterns. Take a screenshot of this. It's worth the money. And we're going to look at bullish flag. I like bull flags. And we're going to also add the bear flag. All right, so these patterns are on the chart. If you go to your settings, you can put all, just leave it on there. Max rollback. You can also adjust your rollbacks if you really want to. I leave these on default. But let's go back here and let's look at some of the patterns that TradingView detected for bull flag and bear flag. Well, right here, this might be an inverse head and shoulders. Let's also add that one on here too. Inverse head and shoulders chart pattern. It's weird. I don't see any of the patterns forming here. Let's go to the hourly. The hourly, you're going to see definitely a lot of chart patterns. So right here, we have the flag pole for Bitcoin. And is it still waiting the target? No, this one's failed. So when was this bull flag forming on Bitcoin? 60K, dropped down, and went down lower. It fell because after the bull flag, the pattern was invalidated right here. But let me show you something. Sometimes this double top or last ditch area after a bull flag, that's where a lot of seasoned investors take the trade, take profits. So seasoned traders will take profits on double top after bull flag forms. They don't wait on the breakout. They don't wait for a huge breakout. So the seasoned traders, they could have taken profits here. Why do they take profits? Because so many times the bull flag will fail. And especially if weekly plus daily overbought RSI. So that weekly and daily is completely overbought on RSI. If they catch it near the bottom of the flagpole and they take profit on the double top, this is like a 2% trade on the hourly chart over here. It's not a bad trade, 2%. 2%. But I use a Heikinashi. Remember, if you're just tuning in, go to your candle pattern at the top, click Heikinashi if you want it to look the same. Take a screenshot, give you a few seconds, take a screenshot. And for some of you guys that are just tuning in, if you want to get the free Wheats airdrop and trade on the same crypto platform I'm trading on, throw that in the chat for you guys. But yeah, so sometimes for these bull flags, just take the easy trade. Have your take profit double top or a little bit below that double top and take the profits, because if it doesn't break out, it will come back down. You're waiting on that breakout. You're hoping for another 4%. You're being greedy. You only do that for the bull flag from the bottom. So let's go over here to the daily and look at daily. Let's hide everything else. This one, bull flag. Don't take a bull flag trade on the tops. Look at this. We had a bull flag, but the top of the flag was that completely overbought area. That's a bad area. That's a bad area. Say no to that trade. Being a good trader, you have to learn how to say no. Same thing. A bad trader will say yes to a trade like this, hoping that it will break up, and it's completely unrealistic. They really thought that Bitcoin was going to go to 170K from 72K, hoping for a 47% push up. But instead, we pushed down by over 20%. They got wrecked. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and let me go ahead and add the note that bull flags generally fell when RSI is completely overbought. You don't want to take a bull flag trade when the RSI weekly daily is completely overbought. You might get wrecked. If that's your only basis, you might get wrecked.
Quick question, Tame. If the RSI is so high, the bull flag technical doesn't take that into account?
No, it's only a chart pattern. That's why you have to be smart. You can combine them together.
RSI going up, a bull flag is a no-go.
Right. Yep, it's a no-go. But some people are going to say, hey, Tame, but the RSI wasn't overbought when the flag was at the bottom. That is true. That is true. So they're going to say that, but Tame, the RSI was not overbought completely on here when at the bottom. That was true. But if you switch to the weekly RSI and look at that same range, your weekly RSI was in the overbought zone. So don't just base it on one time frame. Combine multiple time frames. You want multiple time frames in sync. Same thing. Bear flags typically fell at bottoms. Let me add this to a chart channel for some of you guys learning as well.
And hey, Tame, if I ask questions, I'm still learning, so I appreciate everything.
Yeah, so after we do the bear flag example, I will take a moment to pause for some questions. So let's add that indicator, the bear flag. And I know I think the 4-hour had one. These are like automatic that TradingView does. What's the crypto you guys like? Link? Let's go to Chainlink. Let's just look at that for this pattern on the daily. Or the weekly, perhaps. Nope. 4-hour hourly. 30 minutes. Sometimes 30 minutes for patterns. I don't see any of those patterns. Let's try Ethereum. Most of us have traded Ethereum at least one time in our lives. All right, so let's look at the Ethereum. This was a 30 minutes bear flag. It's a good example. When you look at this bear flag, it was predicting ETH to go to 32.77 and it failed. Well, when you look at the RSI, the bear flag started while the RSI was oversold. RSI is the relative strength index. This indicator down here, if you go to your TradingView, type RSI, and it's going to be a relative strength index. For those curious, my RSI is a little bit different. I keep my length that sits by default. It's been what I've made good trades with for the past few years. And this is what I keep it memorized. But look at this. I'll add this to the chart as well. Bear flags generally fail when RSI completely oversold on the start of the flag. So if you guys don't know what the flag is, this area right here, I'm gonna show you. This area right here until here is a flag in this white zone. This is the flag, and then this is a flag pole that's starting up here. This is a flag pole starting right here. And that's where we ended up breaking this area. And this is just the 30 minutes. And I'm going to add this to the charts as well. Just to show an example. And this was the Ethereum chart. Let me I just want to add this to the chart. So while I'm doing that, let's take a pause. Anybody have any questions that's in the Discord, YouTube chat that wants an answer? Ask now. Anybody on voice chat have a question?
Nope, Tame. Thank you.
And if you want to join the Discord, I'll put the link in the chat for you guys. I think there's a promo right now. Let me double check the fee real quick right now. I'm just the front man for this channel. I'm tametheark. So the fee, it says promotion period, $50 or 25 million tame token. I think 25 million tame tokens more than $50 right now. Possibly. Yeah, $50 promo period. So it was $100, but it's half off right now. All right, so let me read through the YouTube chat, see if there's any questions out there real quick while we learn about some of these, why these chart patterns will fail. So someone was asking how to deposit money on Wheats. Well, I use Coinbase. Coinbase from a bank, and you can just send that to the Wheats using USDT on the Ethereum network. Or you can do Dogecoin on the Doge network if you think Doge is going to go up in price by the time you receive it over there on Wheats. And it's going to be cheaper fee to send the Doge. Nick Vickers. How much of your bag should you risk at a time? Maybe 1 to 5%, Nick. Per trade. 1 to 5%. 1 to 5% per trade. If you're starting above 1,000. Below 1,000, risk 10%. If you're starting with above 1,000, just do 1 to 5% per trade risking. And because if you're not getting good entry, you can always get another entry and the price drop down. But 5% of $1,000 is about $50. And if you're doing $50 per trade, and it depends on how you do your trades. Like if you're doing futures, you might want to risk a little bit less. But when I do my futures, and I'm going to make a video on this as well, about getting the close to $0 liquidation as possible. I'll probably use the Wheats platform for this video because I already made the 200 times $0 liquidation on METC, but most of us are getting kicked off of METC, so we're going to use Wheats. So make sure you sign up for the Wheats when we start doing more of the futures trading for the Nets lessons and incorporate that. But
one more time, what's the app called?
Wheats. I put the link in the YouTube chat. I'll send it to you on Discord. If you sign up, you get the airdrop. They're going to be launching their own exchange token. And it's some of the people from METC that moved over there. I moved over there. And basically, it's a futures trading platform. I'll put that link in the chat.
Perfect. Yeah, I was on Bing X and they kicked me off a couple weeks ago. So like a month and a half ago now.
Yeah, this is what the platform looks like. When you go there, you can get some WXT airdrops. I didn't claim it yet. When you go there, you have to physically register the button. But this is going to go on for about 29 days. It's for the new accounts. Make a new account, register, you'll get an airdrop. But if you do the identity verification for the KYC, you'll get 500 WXT more. But you don't have to KYC, you just get the random sign up bonus anywhere from 1 to 500 WXT. I don't know the minimum. But also if you do the transfer greater than 200 USDT and main a net deposit of 200, so don't lose your money for 5 consecutive days, like keep it above 200, you'll get 1,000 WXT tokens. And I think they mentioned that the value of this token is going to be around 1 cent when it launches. They also have tasks. And if you're following them on Twitter and stuff, they have like some small stuff on Twitter. I've done a few things on Twitter as well. But I go to WXT Zone. They have the white paper. Let's see right here. Oh, yep, it's got the contract address. Right here, the issuance price is going to be 1 cent. Let me show you another exchange token that listed at 1 cent. It's from METC. We traded on there before. Their token came out at 1 cent as well. And let's see how this performed on the weekly. So this was a METC token. It launched at 1 cent. So let me explain what happened in METC token when it first launched. When METC token first launched, people were crazy buying it. They drove the price up to 5 cents. Wow, major. So the people that got it at 1 cent started it was a little bit cheaper, even like 0.005. Like that's half a cent because this trading candle is big this day. But let's just measure from like half a cent up to 5 cents. That's like 700%. Price came down, up, down, up, down. Price even came down to 1/10 of a cent almost multiple times within those early weeks before it really started breaking back above 1 cent again. So there's like multiple weeks where the price was still around 1 cent, and that's almost for the first year. So, and I think it's because of all the airdrops and stuff, but first year, METC token and METS traded below or around 0.01 and then started going up. And it started going up drastically. And that was it. Heading in 2019, they started getting more users on their platform, more token launches, and then it started peaking out around 40 cents. So from 1 cent to 40, that's over 40 times. From half a cent to 40 cents, that's over 7,000%. But then when we look at this weekly, where did it find all-time high eventually? Over $3 over here, and then eventually over $5.80. So for the MX token, from the launch until all-time high, we look at this. Let's say you even bought a little bit late, about 1.1 cents, and you started taking profits around $5 on that downtrace, 480. That's 43,000%. I'm not promising you that Wheats will do the same thing, but Wheats is like METC in 2020 version, and they're doing their airdrop. So this is basically what it is like Wheats early on 1 cent. And if it even performs halfway like this, that's still over 14,000%. That's why I'm trading on their platform as well. I wanted to get their token early, trade it early, chart it early as well. Interested in the buy and burns. I put the TradingView link in the chat for some of you guys using TradingView. You kind of missed the Black Friday sale. Black Friday TradingView goes on sale like half off. Super cheap. So if you're okay with the regular TradingView, trade regularly now, but Black Friday you can get TradingView cheaper. Let's go back to my chart over here. Bearish pennants. This is another interesting pattern that's forming on Bitcoin, and this is on a 5-minute chart. When you look at this pennant, let's hide the liquidation. Actually, no, leave liquidation. We can look at it together. This is Bitcoin bearish pennant. I don't even know how to spell the word pennant. P-E-N-N-A-N-T. I cannot type it right. But this was our Bitcoin bearish pennant. And these are from TradingView. But when you look at this indicator, this target for the bearish pennant is at 62,000. I'm hoping that it fails, but I also have another indicator that you guys won't like that shows me that this is a bad area for Bitcoin tonight. But this short-term moving average, the yellow line, crossed under my 200 EMA orange. So this is super bearish as well. Very, very bearish. Short-term mover crossed under 200 EMA. This is like super bearish right here. So let me add a block there. And I have to do a red block for Bitcoin now. Because of this one alone, I've seen this so many times fail for Bitcoin. So I have to do the red block for Bitcoin. You get to see that live in action. And I'm going to add this to my chart. And because that's red for Bitcoin, we also have this target for Doge. That is just right around the same price. But at the same time, we have a bearish pennant for Bitcoin. We have a bullish pennant for Ethereum. I think around areas like this, Bitcoin could start coming down and some altcoins could start picking up. Let me throw this in the chart channel on my Discord. I got to do this red block for Bitcoin. And the bearish pennant just there too as well. Reminder, we're still in the danger zone for Bitcoin scalping. It's not as dangerous as 70K, but we're still in the danger zone. Like, you will not believe it. It's so bad over here still. That weekly RSI, after it cools down, it gets a lot safer, but we're not there yet. We had a green block earlier. I will count this green block as a failed green block. All right. Low says, does he need to swap his USD for ETH and MetaMask wallet before deposit to Wheats? So are you going to just send raw Ethereum low? So send me screenshots at tametheark@gmail.com and I can look at that for you. Send me screenshots of that and I can look at it for you. We had a failed green block for Doge. You got to get the orange block rolling in here. Unfortunately, we had a failure there today. This green block failure on Doge was about 0.38%. So I think a lot of retail traders, if they took that green block and we're here now, that might have been a stop loss for them. I don't blame them for having a stop loss right there for Doge, but also we have liquidations down below us that we could clear out. If you're not over leveraged, you don't have to get stop lossed out of this trade. You can hold it longer, but if you're over leveraged, you're going to get stopped out. So we have the orange blocks rolling in, and when I'm in a Discord, I tag people with these messages like this. But this is what the Discord chart channel is like. Oh yeah, Gummy was a rug pull. This thing came down hard. It was like 1.39 cents earlier. Back in May, it was above 12 cents, 17 cents range. And you gotta avoid rug pulls. I try to warn you about rug pulls sometimes, but man, I'll try to warn you about rug pulls. But I can't stop you from doing the trades if you don't do the trades. Someone made a meme for me a while back. This guy, Jack Burton, says, breaking better than being marked safe from Gummy Rug. He did this when the price was high still. It's a pretty funny meme. But I had charts like this one and we were above 17 cents. Warning that at 17 cents, that's when they were going to rug gummy. And that's the area that started rugging gummy. Now we're under 2 cents for gummy. So when it comes to crypto and altcoins and meme coins, don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. We're at a weird area here. The only thing that would invalidate this green block that I had earlier for Doge is this Bitcoin coming down from the short-term moving average crossing under. If it holds here, great, but I think it's a danger zone. This is what I would consider a danger zone when trading. And you guys already know when you look at daily RSI, you see stuff like this for Bitcoin. Daily RSI already recovered about 6 days ago, started coming back up. It's at halfway. This is the danger zone. And this is actually right here. This is actually bearish divergence on the daily. Bitcoin made a higher low, but the RSI made a lower low. So this is actually bearish divergence from this area to here for Bitcoin. There's liquidations above 69,000. If you were in my Discord, the chart over here that talked about liquidations for Bitcoin, I'll show you guys this real quick as well. Some of the lessons. But this is the liquidation chart in the Discord based off of the 4-hour. Bitcoin shorts liquidations to 72K, 652. Doge can go up to 15 cents. And Ethereum up to 38.51. For full transparency, I'm still in a Dogecoin long. Even with the recent orange blocks, I was in a Dogecoin long. Even when we went up here to 12.7, I didn't take profits because I'm trying to squeeze it as much as I can above 15 cents for my Doge long. I also did a small long on wheats. Let me, it's down a little bit. I did a very over leveraged play on wheats, but I probably, if I get liquidate on that play, I will do a similar play at the lower price until it works and then take those profits. I think I can pull my wheats account up over here for you guys to watch the platform a little bit just to see. I think this is a low balance account. Let's see if it logs me in on the other window. I hope so. Yeah, all right, I'm logged in. So this is my recent Dogecoin long. If you look at this trade for my Dogecoin long on the Wheats platform, it's a very small trade. But my liquidation price is at 10.9 cents on this trade. And the amount of margin, I just put about $69 margin on 50 times. So basically every 1% the price goes up, I'm earning almost $35. Almost. Every time the price drops 1%, I'm losing 35. Right now the price is down 1% basically from the area where I entered my long. But the cool thing about wheats, you can do all this drawing and stuff over here. Like if I want to do a green block on wheats, I can draw the green block on the chart over here. I can even change the background color to green as well. But this is what on wheats you can also do. This is like TradingView Incorporated. You can do some of the indicators up here. They have their chart original or TradingView. So in TradingView, you go over here, your indicators look like this. And there's a lot of indicators on wheats that are incorporated. So like RSI divergence or RSI. The strength index, stochastic, moving average, convergence, divergence. Like you can add this down on your chart. And after you add it on your chart, remember your style, MACD line yellow, signal line white. That's what I always do for this. But yeah, like this almost looks like my trading view. So the cool thing about wheats, you can have the indicators on your charts as well. I'm still in the long on Doge. I'm down quite a little bit on Doge. If we go to like 10.9 cents, I would be liquidate unless I added more money. But I think the total amount of margin in this account is very small over here for this current trade. But here's the thing. Let me show you how much money I would make if Doge goes to, say, 36 cents. So 0.3 cents. If we go to 36 cents for Doge, let's see how much I would make. So 36 cents from here. Let me change the chart. I don't want to see price. I want to see regular. Oh, this is Bitcoin chart. Let's go Doge chart. I was like, that's where. So we go up to 36 cents. Let's just measure this real quick. You can full screen the chart right here. Click beside the camera button. I think I have to switch this to the daily. Man, 36 is way up there. But this works like trading view. You just drag the panels down. But if we go to 36 cents from this trade, man, that's, oh, 36 is right here. That's my limit order up there. But if we go from here about 12.2 cents, or my entry is about 12.4 something, 12.389 up to 36. That means the price goes up 190%. The price goes up 190%. Well, you do 190. I'm earning $35 per 1%. So 35 times 190, I would earn about $6,000. So this is what I'm showing you guys. If we go up to 36 cents, my $69 worth of margin on 50 times would be over $6,000. So that's why I'm keeping the trade open. But let's look at how my trade is going so far. Let's take off the full screen view of the chart. I'm still in the profits, but sorry, not profit. I'm negative, but a little bit. Let's go back to the charts over here and see. All right, get the names over here for you guys as well. Yep. If we get oversold, well, I don't know. That's a tough one. Doge was oversold, not significantly oversold. We did have that recent bullish divergence, but dropped a little bit lower. It's a tough one. But this area right here, if this does get invalidated, if Bitcoin can cross back up, this yellow line crosses back up above the orange line, that short-term average crossing back above long-term 200 EMA, that could bring it back bullish. We are at the 8:30. I know about 9 o'clock, some exchanges start buying some crypto as well. There's some exchanges that have the auto buy on, like Coinbase and Robinhood for some users. Happens on Mondays for some of the exchanges, so it's possible. I may do another green block. It's a tough one. Might be breaking this bearish pin on Bitcoin. I'll do another green block for Doge. We have the green and orange together. This only usually happens a few times a year where the green and orange or red and orange are stuck together. But sometimes when you trade, you have to trade what you see, and you have to realize when something's not going the way you want it to go, you still have to change your charts. So even though we had the orange blocks earlier, got the green blocks, the price not much different, around the same price, not even 0.1% different. So the people that did get knocked out on their stop loss probably re-entered, is what we're seeing on the charts. So from areas like this, what we see when we have drops down like that, and then we get the wick at the bottom, it does look like the retail traders that got stop lossed out, they start re-entering again, or the big players that had more money. If they get stop lossed out and re-enter again, yes, we can come back up, break that moving average, come up through liquidations. I'm going to take another break for a second from my charts for this lesson to ask if anybody on YouTube or the Discord has any questions that they would like to learn about charts, crypto, or stocks before we continue this crypto camp. Anybody have questions? Let me type in chat questions. Joe King said, wish Wheats had alerts. I'll look into that, Joe King. I mostly use TradingView for my chart alerts, but I'll look into that. That's a good idea. I'll take any questions on the voice, video. You guys have any questions, YouTube chat? We can try to answer those for you as well real quick. Tell One says if we all buy Doge at once, is that illegal or just frowned upon? It's not illegal if we all buy Doge at once. I think that's a very big coincidence. If everybody decided to buy Doge at the same time, that would be a big coincidence with a big green candle. I'm not encouraging you to do that. It would just be a big coincidence. If you try to encourage everybody to do that, I mean, it's kind of part of your freedom of speech, but it's a tough one. If you have a specific crypto group that's trying to pump crypto, yeah, it could be illegal. Or like trying to manipulate stock prices by artificially pumping them together. What Roaring Kitty Keith Gill's doing with his memes and stuff for GameStop is not market manipulation. It goes under freedom of speech, in my opinion. This video is going to be saved as well, YouTube and Big Choo Choo. This video is going to be saved. It's going to be in the Crypto Camp playlist. I'm going to be doing this until July 5th, but on July 4th, when we have fireworks, I will be out for fireworks. I don't imagine many people are going to be watching this on July 4th. So July 4th, I'll probably just do a video. I'll just do a video on July 4th that I can upload for you guys that specifically talks about crypto wallets, how to hold your crypto safely, securely off exchanges, America's independence. You guys should be independent with your money, your crypto, how you want to do that as well. So Lojan says, do you copy the address from Wheats and paste it to MetaMask? Yes. Yes, Lojo. Did you email me the thing, though? I didn't get your email, Lojo. Let me check my spam folder. Nope, I didn't get your email. Email me your address, Lojo. Email me this one. Email me the network name and address on both of your platforms. We have to make sure that both platforms are the very same network. Because I'm warning you now, if you send the crypto, even though it's the right cryptocurrency like USDT, but if you send it on the wrong network, it's gone. You will not see it again. So don't make that mistake. If it was me, I would make sure, double check, triple check. You don't want to lose your crypto in the crypto space. I'm not looking at Nike. I'm not a fan of their products anyway, Jake. I find Nike to be the most uncomfortable shoes, and the only reason people wear them are because of celebrities that endorse the product. If Michael Jordan never promoted Nikes, I think their stock would be much lower than today. Even Michael Jordan, when he was younger, did not want to promote Nikes because they were not comfortable. Not good for your feet. You guys need to learn how to wear a pair of New Balance. Nice New Balance. So from that red block to the green block failure we had a failed red block about 0.1% for Bitcoin. We had a failed orange block about the same price. So maybe 0.05%. So you see like this, if I would have went long here, closed the trade here, reopened here, from this long right here closing down, I would have lost about 0.40% and re-entered about the same price as this failure. Don't short Doge. If you don't learn anything from me ever, learn this one thing. This one thing will save you. Never, ever in your crypto career short Doge. Ever. Never. Never short Doge. Write that on your wall. Write it on paper. Get it tattooed on your body. but never short Doge. I've seen people get wrecked for millions of dollars trying to short Doge. They were trying to make fun of retail traders, and they made a mistake. Yeah, do small amounts, Logan. But I think Logan's sending MetaMask to Wheats because he has money on MetaMask already. He already has money on MetaMask, I imagine, Digital. But guys, I want to show you something because there's about, I think 17 of you guys signed up. And if a few of you want to sign up as well, let me send you the link. Because there is going to be a portion of this crypto camp where I send you a tiny amount of crypto. I'm going to send you a tiny amount of crypto to use for a Pulse Chain network, for Pulse Chain swaps. So I'll put the link of the campcharts.com. Fill out that form with your email address and your MetaMask address so that when we do the part about the Pulse Chain, you'll be able to follow along. I wanted to show you something. I also made my own cryptocurrency, Tame token. And that's the one we're going to use for the swaps on the Pulse Chain side. So www.tametoken.com. This is a super low liquidity community project that I made. This is what the chart looks like on the daily. This is what the Tame token chart looks like on the daily. From the beginning, did we go down lower? Yes. We actually dropped over 13% lower at one point. After Tame token went up over 500%, it went up 5,400% over here. So from the beginning, it took about 23 days for Tame token to go up over 5,000% on the version 2 liquidity pool. And then after it went up 5,000%, it retraced over 98%. We have the drops down. I think there's a green block here, but we didn't save it over here. And then it went up another 4,000% from that dip. Tame token has these spikes. And recently, on the 18th of June, congratulations to the Tame holders and traders, we hit a new all-time high. Current liquidity is only $255. So if you can imagine what a low amount of buys and sells will do. Like if we look at these trades here, these wallets, like $4 is now getting them less than 2 million Tame tokens, whereas before $4 would get you 4 million Tame tokens. And a long time ago, $4 would get you like a lot of Tame tokens. Like when we look way down here, when we look at the old transactions, you see, like, you can get way more before, but the price increases a lot. But this is Tame token. Some of you guys that signed up for the crypto camp, I'll be giving you a little bit of Tame token for free. I'll be giving you a little bit of DAI for free from Ethereum. DAI is worth $1, by the way. It's pegged to $1 DAI. And then I'll be giving you a little bit of Pulse Chain token for free. So you'll be receiving 3 of those cryptos for free. And I'll have a lesson. I'll teach you how to trade Tame token. I'll teach you how to swap Pulse Chain for other tokens. I'll teach you how to buy Tame token with DAI. And I'll teach you how to add some crypto to a liquidity pool. I have some money set aside on crypto for those 17 people that signed up and possibly more people that want to sign up. I have extra money on the side in crypto that I can give you guys for free. And I'm going to have a video for you guys to follow so you can practice. So you don't have to risk your own money for practicing on this DeFi stuff. It's good for you guys to learn. I think more people that learn, the better crypto space is going to be in the future.
What day are you doing it, Tim?
So we're still doing the chart patterns and indicators. Tomorrow, probably going to go into a little bit of futures trading and spot trading on the Wheats platform. But I'm aiming for Wednesday, because this will give people more time to sign up for that form that want to get the tokens for free. So I think Wednesday on the 3rd is when I'm going to be doing the Pulse Chain and DeFi lesson for Camp Crypto.
Do we have to be trading or can we just watch as a demo?
This is on Pulse Chain.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Are we going to be able to just watch if we're still not trading on Pulse Chain yet? Or can we make even the process of getting on a Pulse Chain proper? Or should we do it before?
There is no demo for this one. It's true DeFi trading. You're already on the Pulse Chain network. You're already holding Tame tokens yourself. So those same
I
tokens
just
you're
haven't
holding.
actually got into that market yet. I haven't done it on a computer because I can't do it from mobile. So I just kind of just been hesitating with it. And
So
the Pulse
here's
side.
what I suggest. Here's what I suggest to you, Joe. You haven't done it at all on your computer, right? Nothing,
Correct.
right? No wallet.
Nothing yet.
No wallet on your computer, yeah?
Only thing I hold is my MetaMask wallet.
Is there already crypto on that MetaMask wallet on your computer?
Yep.
Okay. So for you, like it would be like I just send a little bit so you can practice with what I send you so you can get experience. And this is gonna be live. Like I'll be doing it in real time. People will be copying me step by step. We'll take it super slow so that everybody has time. And the cool thing about this is I'm gonna be watching the debt screener as well. And we'll be able to see all the people that are doing the buys and sells for the wallet. They'll be able to see their buys and sells. If you want to track your buys and sells, up here on the debt screener, just click the maker filter. Click the maker filter and then put your MetaMask address. You can see all your trades. Or someone MetaMask address, you can see all their trades. Like if I want to filter this person, 6 p.m.
Wow.
Eastern. It's not tomorrow. It's going to be for futures trading and spot trading. You don't have
Wednesday,
to do the
then.
trade. Wednesday is going to be for the Pulse Chain side, like the Pulse Chain, the DeFi.
Yep, that's what I'm more interested in. All right, thanks, Tim.
Yeah, just use a new email for Wheats, Joe. I'll throw the Wheats link in the chat for you guys. But for the Wheats platform, there's going to be a few people that I select that I will give them like a little bit of money as well to trade on the futures side as well. So that they're not risking their own money. And
And like you said, you kind of were comfortable with Weeks. You feel it's going to be around for a couple of years, so might as well jump on the platform.
Someone sent me a message. You're trying to watch the boot camp, but it's not letting them in. How many people are watching me on Discord? Not that many. It's only 15 of us here in voice chat. All right, so if you are going to be doing the futures trading, make sure you sign up for the campcharts.com and then email tametheark@gmail.com your Wheats user ID. After you sign up for Wheats, send me a email of your user ID. Send me an email of your MetaMask. Let me go ahead and make a... So for this portion, for the free prizes. Everybody likes stuff for free. But keep these prizes. Don't give them away. Don't spend them. Like you're gonna, if you, unless you know what you're doing, spend it. But use it for the lessons. Send your Wheats UID to and MetaMask. So send this to me. So I'm gonna add this to the chart real quick, a picture. You guys go sign up. All right. For the free prizes, make sure you use the Wheats link in the chat. Then send me your user ID. Also, send me your MetaMask so I can send you some Pulse Chain, Tame token, and DAI stablecoins to practice for the lessons that we're going to go for July 2nd and July 3rd. I set some money aside, so I'll try to split it between all the people that message me, email me. All right, email me again, Joe. I'll check your other email. All right, I got your email. Thank you. But yeah, if you guys want to get the free DAI stablecoin on Pulse Chain Network, it's going to be the DAI from Ethereum. It's bridged over, so it's worth $1. But it's just on the Pulse Chain Network for this trading. Let me give you a little bit of a quick view about what you're going to see. So when we come in on the 3rd, so in 2 more days, and 2 more days, we're going to be doing the Pulse Chain stuff. And we're going to be trading on the Pulse sets. And we're going to be trading Tame token. I'm going to teach you how to become a liquidity provider. There might be a green candle or a red candle for you to take profit or accumulate, but it's just good to practice making the trades to learn how to use the Pulse Chain Network. And we're going to go to gopulse.com. And on this website, you're going to learn more about the Pulse Chain ecosystem, like the Pulse Chain token, the Pulsets token. People use these for liquidity pools to farm incentive token. And then HETS. This is HETS on Pulse Chain. It's 0.00557. The HETS on Ethereum is much lower. But basically, it's going to teach you about the Pulse Chain ecosystem, about DeFi, and how to trade on DeFi. But let's look at these charts here. And let me remind you one more time. Let me throw that image up. To get the free prizes, make sure you sign up on the Wheats using my link in the chat. I'll throw the links right there for the free WST airdrop. Grab that. And then after you have your user ID in the top, go to your email tametheark@gmail.com. If you get the email in tonight, I'll probably be able to send you a little bit of USDT on Wheats, so you can do the lesson tomorrow without risking your own money. And then on the 3rd, we're going to go over how to use the money I sent to your MetaMask on the Pulse Chain ecosystem side. And who knows, maybe some of you guys using this free money can turn it into something, or use it for learning lessons. And guys, it's been good teaching you a little bit more about crypto and charts. It's been about 3 hours now. I'm going to start wrapping up the class. Tune in tomorrow as well for the 2nd day. I'm going to end this stream now. I'll restart it to put the regular charts that we're used to on Discord charts that they see. But thank you again. Enjoy your evening. Tune in tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget to send me your addresses and your user IDs to receive the free prizes. Thank you again. Hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. And for the Discord members that are here, we have about 15 people. In Discord, I'm going to create something for you guys real quick tonight. You guys are here. So on Discord right now for you guys, I'm going to do a $100 giveaway, and it's going to pick a winner in 5 minutes. So all you have to do, go to the giveaways channel and click this red party hat. Nobody's entered yet. But for all you people here in voice chat listening, I see you guys, I hear you guys, 15 of you guys. Don't worry, I'm not going to send out a notification for people to check the giveaways channel. You guys are here listening. Go to that giveaway channel on Discord, alphabetical, and enter. Click that red party hat. I see 2 people entered so far for this 100 USDT prize. And this will get a winner in 5 minutes. So you guys have 5 minutes.
I don't see the red party hat, Tim. All I see is kind of entered, but I don't see a red party hat.
Send me a screenshot of what you see, Joe, but it's after the word today at 8:55 p.m. It's a red hat or something. And I put it on the YouTube as well for a second for you to look.
8:51 and giveaways, right?
Yeah, giveaways.
Giveaways, bam. Yeah, last thing I see is from 6:50.
Go to the very bottom.
Ends in 4 minutes, but I don't
Yeah.
see a red thing. What do I got to click?
What do you see? Open your Discord. Are you on your phone or your desktop?
Phone.
Send me a screenshot. You should see a red button, or you should see a button to enter.
Yeah, I'll send it.
Message me. I'll check it. Message Tame the Ark. I'm on the Tame the Ark account instead of Screenbot right now. Sure to get that for you real quick before we get a winner. Price is still going up a little bit from these green blocks. We might go up here and break these shorts. We did have a little bit of moment of confusion. Joe, so you see that hat on the picture?
Yeah.
I wonder if you're already entered. Yeah, click the hat.
All right, it just didn't look red or something. Click that.
Okay.
All right. All right,
Yeah.
then it says, all right, then the other thing comes down, leave giveaway. You've already entered the giveaway. I got you.
Great. Good job. So I see actually 20 people already entered, but we only have 16 on voice chat.
20 people in 2 minutes.
Yeah. So we're going to have a winner that gets 100 USDT. All you have to do. So actually, even if you don't want to get USDT, if you just want like cash on Cash App or Zelle, Venmo or something, I can do that too for the winner, but it's up to you. USDT on the TRC20 network or Ethereum network. TRC20 is usually cheaper. If you're already on like Metsi or Wheats, I can send it there to you guys very easily as well. But 3 minutes left. Go to giveaways, click that hat to enter. There's 20 people, and this is for 100 USDT. What's up, Big Choo Choo? So after the giveaways commence, that's when I'll probably show who won and then end the YouTube stream for the first day of the Camp Crypto for our charts. But I did some charts in the beginning about NVIDIA. If you did not see that part, it was very good information. Go back and watch that part. It's very good information. And is there anybody in here trying to build a gaming computer or a streaming computer right now that needs advice or information about what parts to use? Contact me. I can teach you about the cheapest builds for the most performance, or I can teach you about the most expensive high performance builds. I built a lot of my own computers, building computers, and currently I'm waiting to put this 4090 in a build. Actually, I have two 4090s. I've just been busy. I was going to do a comparison on the 4090s, 4080 Super, some other cards. But so far, this is like one of the best cards that you can get for gaming for the price of $1,900. Well, this is $1,950, and then you have to pay sales tax. But I also have another new one that's from a different brand, but they're still pretty good cards. 2 minutes. Go ahead and click the giveaways and enter rapidly. Go fast. Go fast. EFW is the one breaking up out of the green blocks here. EFW is breaking the green blocks here. Yeah, I have a 4080 Super. I took it out and put it in a build. One of these builds. I don't know. I have so many computers I have to update and clean and build. NVIDIA 4080 is good for streaming. They have very good chips in there. And the DLSS for gaming is almost a must-have for a lot of games. But I noticed the new Star Wars games. The new Star Wars game, you can use any video card that has high video RAM and you get good frames per second. But there's other games not optimized. You need the DLSS. I blame the developers. These chips are up to par. The developers are just lacking. Okay, who's the winner of the giveaway? Czar! So I'll message you. I message you, Czar. Make sure only one Tame the Ark message you. If two message you, double check the names. Do you want USDT or cash? So it's up to you, Czar. Reply back to me. You are the winner. ZAR. And for you guys that did not win the giveaway, make sure on the YouTube, if you want some free DAI, Pulse Chain, Tame Token, if you want a little bit of USDT on Wheats, just send me an email, tametheark@gmail.com. Yes, well, the Czar in the Discord. I don't know. Check the Discord. I think there's only one Czar, so it probably is you. I sent a message on Discord. right here. Reply to that message from tametheark to get your prize. But yeah, it was a good stream. I hope you guys learned a lot today. This is going to be on the playlist as well. Yeah, this is going to be on the playlist. I'll share your playlist, but I'm going to start wrapping this up. I'll end this stream and then I'll restart that other stream. So, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, or go to youtube.com/tametheark/live, and in a few minutes, just refresh. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night. Let's go ahead and wrap up this stream.